This week I'm taking a look at lifespan and adding in live enzymes to help increase lifespan and lessen cause of chronic disease, because they're definitely a contributing factor because of the pressure it takes off your body in producing digestive enzymes. It's a huge support to your digestion, and also contributes to increasing your vitality in your body metabolism, because of the fact that there's more resources left in your body to help run your metabolism rather than just run your digestion. So also I'm going to have a look at how it lessens the risk of chronic disease, and look at where you can get these lovely food enzymes from. So the thing about food is that once we cook it over 160 degrees, we have destroyed the enzymes in it, and unfortunately then it's not offering us any live enzymes to help support digestion. The thing is though that in winter you do need some warm food, because we live in a very cold country, and if we were to eat raw right through the winter, firstly we'd feel really cold, and secondly raw food in winter can be very damp producing in the body. It can make you very mucousy. So one of the first causes of chronic disease, like cancer, heart disease, arthritis has been particularly mentioned as contributed to by lack of enzymes, actually. And cancer is the same. So the enzyme deficiency in our food speeds the development of chronic illness. And it's partly because we don't then have the energy and ingredients left for metabolic enzymes to help run the cells of the body. And of course, once we're enzyme deficient, the second cause that comes after that are things like carcinogens, such as you find in chemicals that are used all around us all the time. Some of them are put on our body, for example, in some of the products that are used. Bacteria, X-rays, electromagnetic frequencies, food additives, tobacco, water or air pollution, pharmaceutical drugs, and of course stress is enormous as a cause of chronic disease. It's usually the straw that breaks the camel's back. Now, the unfortunate thing is that although enzymes can go on from dealing, say, with one food ingredient onto another food ingredient, they do wear out, and you can overdraw on your enzyme checking account, if you like, at the bank. So what I'd like you to do is think about the two sorts of enzymes that we have in the body. We've got digestive enzymes, which are very short acting, really, because they're acting on the food that comes in to your digestive system, and they act on breaking food into smaller components, whereas metabolic enzymes have a much longer term effect, and they're operating inside the body's cells. And what they do is they convert the food that you've eaten, which has been broken down into amino acids, into glucose, into lipids, fat lipids, and the metabolism is able then to use smaller ingredients, but it takes enzymes for it to do that. And so they convert your food into a form of energy that your cells can use. Now, if we are able to save on digestive enzymes, and the way that we do that is by eating plenty of food, particularly in the warmer months from spring and summer, when there is plenty of enzymes in our food, it saves the ingredients for digestive enzymes, which leaves plenty of energy and ingredients for you to use for metabolic processes in your body. So enzymes are substances that make life possible, as it says here. They're needed for every single chemical reaction in your body. So no mineral or vitamin or hormone can work without them. And all the processes that take place in your cells and your tissues and your organs are run by metabolic enzymes. So if you think about enzymes, they're little like manual workers. They build our body from proteins, fats and carbohydrates. But even if you've got all those raw ingredients, if you haven't got the enzymes to break them down into the right bits and use them, you can't build the body in a healthy way. So they are incredible. So here I've got a little list of things that can contribute to decreasing digestive enzyme production. And unfortunately, aging is one of the factors that decreases digestive enzymes. High stress is really another one. If our gut health is poor, then our digestive enzyme production will be poor. Chewing gum is not good for digestive enzyme production. There can be genetic factors. Lack of exercise can contribute to decreased digestive enzyme production. And in actual fact, lack of exercise can also contribute to a poor gut flora, a gut biome that is quite poor. Changes in diet that are, not on the plus side can decrease digestive enzymes. Drinking alcohol, poor sleep can decrease digestive enzyme production, and a lack of variety in the diet. So they reckon that ideally we should try and get about 30 different plant foods a week to help gut health in terms of our microbiome, all of our lovely gut flora, but that we should also do the same in terms of digestive or the food enzymes, the enzymes that we get from food. The more variety in our food, the more different enzymes there'll be available to help us break down our food. And so just a tip here that nuts, seeds and grains contain natural enzyme inhibitors that stop them sprouting until they've got or producing the enzymes that will help them sprout and grow, until they get into a really comfy and snug position for a seed to grow. And that is, say, for example, when they're embedded in a bit of soil and they've got some moisture around them to help them do that. And so by soaking those foods in advance of eating, it helps to break the inhibitors down, which makes them nice and easy to digest. But there are so many other foods that are really helpful for enzyme health as well. So all of your fresh veggies, from salads to greens to roots, and of course having some of those raw. Of course you can make lovely sauerkraut, kimchi, fermented foods with all of your raw roots and so on. Some fresh fruit is good. Some fresh fruits are particularly high in enzymes. Fresh herbs are a fantastic source. So making your own pestos with fresh herbs will be a lovely way of bringing in extra food enzymes. Sea vegetables, sprouted beans and seeds, which of course you can grow on your own windowsill, and soaked cooked grains and beans. So you can prep, things like quinoa by soaking in advance, and then you can even get it sprouting for a day or so. So if you left it soaking a bit longer and then popped it in a sprouter and got it going and then cooked it and ate it, that would be a fabulous way of increasing the amount of enzymes. In fact, you might even like to eat it as a sprouted grain. Then, of course, I've already mentioned some fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi, and also you've got drinks, things like kefir, kombucha, etc. And they are all a lovely source of natural food enzymes. So I'm going to be having a look at a little raw salad evening, probably coming up early December. If that's of interest, please let me know, and look after you.